Okay, this is a tutorial for SuperAnimo. You could go to superanimo.com and create an animation. And right here we have the home page, and it has a preview animation at the left here, but we're just going to go straight to create an animation. And at the left here are objects that you could add to the canvas. So then there's background, action object, placement object. Up here are some tools, but this tutorial is going to be really simple, so we're just going to go over animating characters. So first thing you want to do probably is to add a background. So then you could go to cartoon backgrounds and just pick one of these. And then if you want to add some characters to the scene, you could click on characters, and then we'll just add a guy here. And the main thing when animating is you have to left click and drag. So you left click and then hold it, and while holding it, drag where you want the character. And what happens when you do that is the timeline extends, and over the 4 seconds that I was dragging, he walked from point A to point B wherever I was dragging. So then you could add more characters too at any time in the timeline. So then I'm going to add another one. It's going to come out here. And then now we could have them talk to each other. So then up here is a caption bubble, and you could click that and then you just place it. You don't have to click and hold. You just press it once, and then you're able to type whatever you want them to say. So then, hey. And then we'll do another one, and you'll see that the timeline was automatically extended after I did something else. So then it actually types out when you play it back. So then we'll play it, and let's see. Well, he's not facing the right way, but it's kind of working. And then if you want to add objects, you could go to objects, and we'll add some money. Another object. We'll add a briefcase. It's a little big, so you could resize it at the bottom right. You could rotate it if you want. There's also something where you can move it. If you click here, you could move it from point A to point B, and you could add more points. And when you're done with that, you click that. And then it moves over. If you want to select an object that you've already put on the scene, you could click the arrow, and then you could either double click the list of items, or you could select it on the canvas and then click it. So I'm going to click the money, and then I want to click that. So then the money gets transferred over to him. So let's see the money go. And then, and what you could also do is hide objects at any point in the timeline. So once the transfer is complete, I could click hide for that object, and at this point, it's going to hide it. So then, see, it disappears. So then it's moving and it disappears. So then now, maybe we want the mob guy to do something different. So at this point, we could hide him. So I'm going to select the mob guy, and then I'm going to press hide. And then let's have him Let's have him punch, I guess. So we'll have him punch, and then maybe say, maybe hide this one too when it earlier. Okay, so I did a lot of things, but it was basically the same thing where I was just hiding different objects at different points in the timeline and just moving the objects, and those were placement objects, and you move them by doing that where you click the 2 points. But action objects, you have to click and drag. So let's see what the animation looks like after doing that. So he says, hey, you got the stuff, you got the money, they transfer, then he punches them. For extra effect, let's add like a bang at this point. I think this was about where he punched him. Can't really tell. I think it was right about here. So that's it. And now you could save the animation and you could go ahead and publish it on the site. So let's say tutorial creating captions. And then when you publish it, it goes right to the home page of the site. Okay, so then that has been a tutorial on how to animate characters and create captions. In the next tutorial, we'll do something more advanced.